Welcome to the valedictory session of AICT sponsored 1 week faculty development program on design thinking for manufacturing excellence, organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Manav Rachana International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. Professor Dr. Manoj Nayak is a perfect blend of industry and academics with 25 years of rich experience. He is PhD from National Institute of Technology, Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh, and presently working in the capacity of professor and head of Department of Mechanical Engineering. He has significant number of publications in reputed national and international journals. Request your informative words, sir, for this FDP program overview. Over to Professor Dr. Manoj Nayak.
A very good afternoon to all. It is our honor to honor all the participants who have joined this AICT Atul FDP on Design Thinking for Manufacturing Excellence, organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Manav Rachana International Institute of Research and Studies. We feel extremely privileged and honored to have with us our guest, Professor Dr. Rajat Agrawal, Department of Management Studies, IIT Roorkee, for gracing this occasion. Your Excellencies, Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Sanjay Srivastav ji, Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Registrar Sir, Dr. R.K. Arora, Associate Dean Ma'am, Dr. Geeta Nijavan, my dear colleagues, the Program Coordinator, Dr. Rajendra Kumar, moderators of the session, Dr. Dane Thomas and Mr. Arun Gaur, faculty members, participants from different prestigious colleges of India. Atul FDP provides a forum to exchange views and ideas of a wide range of topics emerging and evolving in all spheres of education and business world, with an objective to impart a key skill set required to actively involve in decision making, creative problem solving, collaboration, communication, professionalism, and management. Once we master the skills central to the design thinking approach, they can be applied to solve problems in daily life, industry, and in the society as a whole. This reality was the driving factor behind the faculty development program on use of design thinking for educators and faculties in designing courses, content, and pedagogy at the college and university level. It is my privilege to share the overview of the FDP in brief. Day one. The first session of the day one was delivered by Mr. Aravind Deshmukh, consultant and entrepreneur, global management solutions, on the topic design thinking concept. The takeaway of this session was stupid and insane ideas are actually good ideas for building the correct innovation mindset. People say that the solutions to every problem are there in the universe, and we just need to see them through our innovative eyes. He discussed about the various approaches to deal and fix problems using design thinking and the various steps and implementation of design thinking. Creative thinking is unleashing the potential of the mind to conceive new ideas. Without the ideas, there is no innovation. And to reach innovation, unleash one's own creativity using various strategies. This was discussed by Dr. D. Uday Kumar from IIT Guwahati on the topic unleashing the creativity. It is commonly understood in the business world that design is a solution for a problem, but in reality, creating and problem solving involve very two different states of mind. Creativity activates positive thoughts and forward focus, while problem solving is focused on what is negative and is focused on the past. Dr. Sonal Etriya from IIT Roorkee has given her talk on creative versus design solution, and she discussed in detail how the iPhone transformed the whole mobile business, the internet economy, and in many ways, the society as a whole. On the day 2, we have started with 3 sessions again. Innovation might be the business world's glamorous synonym for success, but at its core, it always lays invention. Invention is about creating something new and original. Innovation involves turning that novelty into a commercial product. Dr. Rajat Agrawal, IIT Roorkee, delivered a talk on innovation and invention in design thinking. That is, design thinking invention and design thinking innovation, taking a case study on how design thinking transformed what the world now knows as Airbnb, which stands for Air, Bed, and Breakfast, from a failing startup to a billion-dollar business. The second session was on involution of human ergonomic in product design and development by Dr. Urmi Ravindra Salve from IIT Guwahati. She stressed on how the human factor and ergonomic workplace design plays a very important role in product design process and makes the designer responsible for establishing the ergonomic value of the developed product. This was followed by the final session of the day 2 on how product design should be value-based and how to measure consumer preferences. Finally, the day concluded with a industry and a practical perspective on the topic integration of advanced analytical tools in design by Mr. Sarad Maho. He is senior application engineer, Design Tech Private Limited. Day 3, we had again 3 sessions. The first session started with a discussion: what is manufacturing excellence, why manufacturing excellence is needed, and how manufacturing excellence can be achieved. And this was addressed by Dr. Rajat Agrawal, IIT Roorkee, taking the case study of Toyota and Zavin, and he explained how in his topic, arguments and critical skills, using 6 hats technique in manufacturing excellence. In the second session, a talk on integration of advanced analytical tools in developing the design by Dr. Amit Sankar, IIM Visakhapatnam, and the final session, and finally the day 3 ended in a talk on the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning in design by Dr. Anil Kumar, senior lecturer, London Metropolitan University. Day 4, Professor Vijay Bapat from IDC School of Design, IIT Mumbai, discussed why design thinking and innovation is becoming so important today because of globalization and e-marketing. The growth of middle income group in recent years and the amount of disposable money to spend on one's desire. In that context, he elaborated how Indian companies are now directly facing challenges from the imported products, which having best of technologies, best quality, better aesthetics, and at lower prices. So he stressed user-centric design is the key to survival in today's competitive world. In his topic, involution of design thinking in product development. This second session of the day was very insightful and insightful for sustainable design by Professor Lalit Das on the topic design sustainability. He is a visiting faculty of Delhi Technical University. He stressed on how to coexist, share, collaborate, use least space, and enrich the environment in which we live and live behind a richer environment for future life. And the last session was a demonstration and a practical session using software by Altair on the engineering side of innovation to enhance simulation and improve engineering and optimize design to increase the return on investment by Mr. Sarad Maha. He is a tool designer from industry, Design Tech System Private Limited. Day 5, the final day, The culture of an organization represents certain predefined policies and rules that guide the employees and give them in a sense of direction at the workplace. Hence, there was a deliberation on role of organizational culture in the manufacturing excellence. Talk given by Dr. Dinesh Handuja, professor from Mechanical Department, Kurukshetra. Last but not the least, the last session of day 5 by Dr. Subhas Srivastav, faculty member, Manav Rachana University, gave a talk on how young people in today's world need a skill set to pursue a meaningful career. They also need a psychological skills to do well in the society. And the topic was life skills and yoga, which are the cutting edge mechanism for transformative competencies, and how life skills are psychological competencies which allow people to recognize and process emotions. Finally, we, the family of Manav Rachana, appreciate the engagement and candor for the eminent speakers, the participants across the country, the organizers, and all the contributions to this FDP. I want to thank the entire team of management of Manav Rachana family for supporting to conduct the 5 days FDP, which is overwhelmingly successful. I personally wish to express my gratitude to you all for joining the session online and exchanging your views, experiences, and thoughts. And I hope you all will have a meaningful and mindful contribution to the society from the experience that you have gained from this FDP. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Professor Dr. Pradeep Kumar is educationist, visionary leader, campaigner with impact for social causes, having more than 30 years of teaching experience, an OBE expert, conducting academic and applied research expertise in corporate affairs with rich experience in collaborations with international universities. Professor Dr. Kumar is working in the capacity of Pro Vice Chancellor, Manav Rachana International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. He is an alumni of University of Delhi, Jamia Millia Islamia University, and National Physical Laboratory. He was awarded Research Associates Fellowships by CSIR and DRDO. He is the author of 6 books and 29 research papers in national and international journals and in the proceedings of national and international conferences. Professor Dr. Kumar is a life member of Indian Physics Association and Meteorological Society of India. RTS, welcome to the session, sir. Over to Professor Dr. Pradeep Kumar.
Thank you. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sanjay Srivastava, Dr. Rajat Agrawal, Professor and Head Management Studies IIT Roorkee, Shri R. K. Arora ji, Registrar Manoj Nayak, Dr. Geeta Nijaman ji, Associate Dean, FET, Dr. Manoj Nayak, your Department Mechanical Engineering, and the faculty members. My special thanks to AICT for giving us the opportunity to go with this FDP program on the topic Design Thinking, Manufacturing Excellence. So I've gone through the list of all the eminent speakers who shared their knowledge in the last 5 years, including industry experts on the topic. Design thinking is the only way forward, and now it has become synonymous with good design for product, processes, and services. It's all about placing the user at the core of design methodology. Now, if we see any success story of any product, then we see there are different steps. So starting with the imagination, then the critical thinking, ideation, design, material selection, prototype, and then finally branding. So design is the most critical and crucial component when we see success story of a product. I'm happy that professors from IIT Guwahati, IIT Roorkee, from TTU, and also from industry, they shared their experience and knowledge with all the participants, and there were a lot of deliberations. And the best part I've seen in the delivery, it was a multidisciplinary approach. So I see it was not only restricted to mechanical engineering and design. I see the professors from artificial intelligence, machine learning, AR, VR, and other also, they contributed in exchanging the ideas. So all the participants, this was a wonderful 5-day session for all of you. It was a great learning. So my request and my advice to all the participants is to share this knowledge with the fellow colleagues in your department, present a seminar, and also share the knowledge with the students, and ensure that whatever ideas you have gathered from here, the 5 days FDP program, there is a defined outcome. So defined outcome in the sense you may go for any product at your center, or go for any consultancy, or go for research publication. So this is the idea of AICT FDP program. Idea is to ignite you people so that you can work in team, you can collaborate with students and the fellow colleagues, and we get some defined outcome after a year. So with this, I thank all the eminent personalities who presented their work and shared their experience and knowledge with the participants. And I hope we will get the feedback from the participant so that we can, next time, we can make it more useful to the society at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Professor Dr. Rajat Agarwal is working in the capacity of Professor, Department of Management Studies at IIT Roorkee. He owes 25 plus years of rich experience in academics, and his research interests are operations management, supply chain management, quality management, inventory management, manufacturing strategies, IPR, innovation, business models, and entrepreneurship. He has guided 20 plus research scholars and closely mentored several researchers at IIT Roorkee. His excellence also involved in several government-supported projects. Heartiest welcome to the session, sir. Over to Professor Dr. Rajat Agarwal.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this valedictory session. Dr. Srivastav, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Pradeep Kumar, Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Nayak, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and organizers of this FDP, and dear participants. Corona, though, is not a good thing, but it has made various changes in our life. And one of the change is our ability to conduct these FDPs lectures through video mode, and therefore we are able to collect so many participants. So that's a good thing which is possible because of our shifting to online systems. And I hope that even though we all appreciate, we all are looking that Corona should go, but this online mode of discussions will remain there, I feel. And I am so happy that institutions like Manav Rachna organizing FDPs one after the other. And I myself has participated in almost 3 or 4 FDPs in last 1 year. And the quality of speakers which university is able to arrange, the methodical way of identifying the topics, and developing interest among the participants. All these things are very methodically done by the team of Manav Rachna staff. So my heartiest congratulations to the entire organizing team for putting so much of efforts, because only the logistics part is not there, that you have to arrange the travel, lodging, boarding of experts for the conduction of this FDP. But now we are focusing more on how to deliver a quality FDP. It's no longer a formality that AICT is giving money, AICT is sponsoring, and we should take the benefit of that. So I think institutions like Manav Rachna has crossed that stage that we need to do these programs just for the formality, just for putting some ticks in our check boxes. It is with a purpose. It is with a objective of delivering something to the society. And therefore, the kind of FDPs on very contemporary topics, design thinking is such a contemporary topic, which is not only for product development, because all of you are mechanical engineers sitting in this program. So we are generally talking design thinking from the product development point of view. But my understanding of design thinking goes beyond that. My understanding is that it is a way of thinking, that when you start empathizing with the customers, other party, when you try to put a view that how other party can think, and then if you start conversing on the basis of thoughts of other party, that is the basic premise of design thinking. And it can be applicable at any stage. It can be applicable in any situation. I am coming for a job interview, and in job interview, I am taking the interview, a candidate is there. So now, how can I think from a candidate's point of view? In a product development, how can I think from the customer's point of view? In a deal where I am talking for a MOU, Manav Rachna is going for a MOU with ministry in Haryana, some government department in Haryana. So they will have their agenda, university has its own objective. So if both parties are able to appreciate the vision or objective of each other, then certainly a very good outcome will come. So all these things are ultimately the possibility from the design thinking approach. So in a particular FDP, we always talk in a narrow sense. And here our focus was only related to product development. But the philosophical application of these concepts are much more. And I think the participants of this program, they had a flavor of what is design thinking. And once you are clear with this flavor, later on, you can develop on your own so much of, you can say, buildings. Now foundations are there with you. And now it is up to you as a participant that what type of building you make on these foundations. And in case you require any help from IIT Roorkee, because as I came to know that some other speakers from Roorkee were also there in this FDP. And I will also like to tell that we have started one very unique program at IIT Roorkee this year, and that is Masters in Innovation Management. This is one of its unique program in whole country. This is a new degree, you can say, we have coined, MIM. It's a 2 years full-time program. So now we are developing a lot of resources which can help in the field of innovation, because innovation is the only key for our success. And for that purpose, I welcome faculty members, staff, students of Manav Rachna to come see our facilities, as well as the participants of this FDP can also visit Roorkee, see the facilities which we have developed, and try to use those facilities for your benefit and for the benefit of your students also. With these words, I again thank the team of Manav Rachna for inviting me, and I wish all the very best to the participants of this FDP, that they should be able to apply this knowledge in their field. They will be able to share this knowledge with their students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Shri R.K. Arora ji is working in the capacity of Registrar, Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. He has an illustrious career spanning 42 years. His previous assignment includes reputed names in education like Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra, Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak, Guru Jambheshwar University, Hisar, and Deen Bandhu Chotu Ram University of Science and Technology, Murthal. A university topper and gold medalist in LLB from Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak, he secured second position in his MPhil from Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak. He is a nominee of Honorable Governor Chancellor on the Executive Council of State University of Performing and Visual Arts, Rohtak, and had also been a nominee of Honorable Governor Chancellor on the Executive Council of J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, Faridabad. Heartiest welcome to the session, sir. Over to Shri R.K. Arora ji.
Hello.
Shri R.K. Arora, sir.
Arora sir, you are muted. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just telling there is a slight correction now that I have spent more than 47 years instead of 42 years. This is my old CV which he has gone through.
Sorry, sir.
Now I am more mature as compared to 42 years. Okay, let's come to the point. Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected Professor Sanjay Srivastav ji, Professor Rajat Agarwal ji from the Department of Management Studies, IIT Roorkee, Professor Pradeep Kumar, Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, MRIERS, Professor Geeta Nijaman, Associate Dean and Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Professor Manoj Nayak, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, all respected senior faculty members and esteemed speakers. So I extend heartiest greetings to all of you, and it's a matter of proud and privilege for me for having been invited on this valedictory session of the 5 days FDP program on design thinking for manufacturing excellence, which has been sponsored by AICTE. On Sunday, just 5 days back, there was a PhD orientation program, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, he was the chief guest. Incidentally, I got an opportunity to be there. In his presidential address, he spoke on paradigm shift. After listening to him, I was highly motivated. And in continuation of that, I would like, sir, just to share, if I am permitted, that during the last 2 years under his leadership, I have witnessed a lot of paradigm shift in this university. And this is a result that today is a moment of joy that our Faculty of Engineering has been adjudged one of the outstanding unit in the NIRF ranking. So I would like to congratulate all the faculty members of the Engineering and Technology. Under the leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, there has been a tremendous improvement. So this is a paradigm shift that now in a series of these FDPs, as rightly pointed out by Professor Rajat Agarwal, we have been conducted a lot of FDP programs which have been sponsored by AICTE. During the tenure of Professor S.C. Rai, when he was our Dean of the Faculty, now unfortunately he's no more. So he got sanctioned 3-4 FDPs from the AICTE, and after joining of Dr. Pradeep Kumar as Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, much credit goes to him that he has been able to arrange a number of FDPs from the AICT. So I congratulate the Department of Mechanical Engineering for organizing this FDP in a very meticulous way. That topic, design thinking for manufacturing excellence, is quite pertinent and relevant in the present context. A lot has been spoken already by the esteemed speakers during these 5 days and today itself by previous speakers. So I'm not going to in detail about the topic. I am not an expert of this topic. I would like to listen from the Honorable Vice Chancellor, but I am here only to just convey my best wishes to the department. And I would also like to reiterate, as Professor Pradeep Kumar has stated, that the outcome of this FDP must be shared. The participants should share with their institutes, should share with their stakeholders, students and research scholars. And my appeal to my department and to other departments also, that this should be implemented also. Because the outcome of any seminar, webinar, conference or FDP, it becomes useful and fruitful only when it goes down to the lines, when it goes down to the society. That is the only reason that such types of these seminars or webinars are conducted. This credit also goes to our university that during the lockdown, when it was imposed last year, we immediately switched over to online education. And under the directions of our Honorable Vice Chancellor and other senior officers and professors, we have been successfully conducting a number of seminars and FDPs through online. Even we have conducted very successfully examinations and declared the results in time, because this COVID, as said by Professor Agarwal, of course, it is not a good thing. Every person is scared and it has impacted the life of every person, but it has given us so many challenges, and MRIRS is a witness to this testimony that we have stood quite competent in organizing this online education. So in the end, I express my thanks, and with one appeal to the FET, because FET always leads from the front, whether it is an academic activity, whether it is academic delivery, or whether it is CSR activity. So there is one program we have already launched under the CSR, Ek Muthi Daan. I know Professor Pradeep Kumar has taken a very important and leading role, and they are leading from the front. But still, I would like to request all the faculty to donate liberally in this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Professor Dr. Sanjay Srivastav is working in the capacity of Managing Director, Manav Rachna Educational Institutions, and is the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. Professor Dr. Sanjay Srivastav is
Thank you, dear. Thank you. No introduction needed, I believe. People know me. Thank you. May I have your permission to speak?
Sir, please.
Our esteemed guest of the day, Professor Dr. Rajat Agrawal ji, who is the Professor and Head of the Department of Management Studies, IIT Roorkee. And I have the privilege of knowing IIT Roorkee very closely, because I worked for many years with Professor D.V. Singh ji, and I have lots of ideas, and I have the privilege of conducting few faculty development programs at IIT Roorkee. So I have a lot of respect within heart of my heart for IIT Roorkee as an institution. And Dr. Rajat Agrawal ji has spoken his heart out, and the best part of it, that this institution is known for its symbiotic relationship. Whatever they have, they look for universities, institutions, their faculties to come to their institution to take whatever they can take for the benefit of their own students and for their own professional growth. Thank you, Rajat Saab, for your benign presence amidst us. My own team Sri R.K. Arora ji, who is the Honorable Registrar of the University, and you have just heard him full of humility and love. The doer of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Pradeep Kumar ji, Dr. Geeta Nijavan ji, who is Associate Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Pradeep ji is given extra responsibility of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, though he is our team as the Pro Vice Chancellor in the university. Dr. Manoj Nayak ji and his entire team of Department of Mechanical Engineering at FET of the university. I just heard you, Professor Manoj Nayak, and you have given us a complete summary of these 5 days, how this program went off. I must compliment the team leader, Professor Dr. Pradeep Kumar ji, Dr. Geeta Nijavan ji and Manoj ji, for ensuring that the proper 5 days were utilized in the manner which is truly given to design thinking and manufacturing excellence. To extend the same sentence what Arora Saab has said, that I am neither an expert of design thinking and manufacturing excellence nor have the bandwidth to talk about it, but I am sure those 5 days you must have used for your own competitive advantage, and you are taking those learning to your classroom. In any faculty development program, and before I talk about the faculty development program, with the same breath I convey my gratitude and gratefulness to All India Council for Technical Education for giving us this opportunity to conduct many faculty development program for the benefits of faculties of different parts of our country. Learning should not stop, and AICTE, under the leadership of the chairman and vice chairman, it has taken a complete paradigm shift, especially to helping and ensuring that learning outcomes reaches to the classroom through faculty members. Coming back to the faculty development program, I always feel that in any faculty development program, at the end of it, a question which we need to ask, that as a faculty, as a teacher, whether I am a knowledge generator or a mere knowledge distributor. If I pick up some stuff from the intellectual repository and I take it to the classroom with a belief that I am doing my job well, then as a teacher, our jobs and days are defined and limited. Define a time frame for yourself and ask a question whether I am contributing to the business of knowledge generation or not. If not, then what are the ways and means which I should do, which Google cannot do, which I can take it to my students. Talking about teachers and faculty development program, my next request to you, that you are your own subject experts and you know far more than me, I would for sure say so, that we are not here to talk about only subject area, but one of our effort, what Rajat ji also talked about, Registrar Sahab mentioned, that time has come when we have to take our students beyond the books. And if you look at the literal meaning of two words which is used synonymously for teachers in Hindi, one is Guru. And when I say Guru, from design thinking perspective, I extend it Gurutva. Do you have that gravitation in you? Gurutva. And all those teachers who have this aura of Gurutva, for sure they get phenomenal students in their life and they love them, respect them forever. उनका गुरुत्व कभी खत्म नहीं होता. That small g in them is always infinite as far as their life is concerned. So ask that question to yourself, what I am doing to maintain my 9.8 meter per second square every second. Am I doing enough for that small g? Ask a question before you go to bed, that what I have added to my small g. And small g and capital G, you all know. Let me not talk about it, and I am not a student of physics. Pradeep ji is smiling, but let me stop here to understand my limitations. But this small g is an important critical factor which we need to examine every day. My next letter is शिक्षक. गुरु तो एक है, another is शिक्षक. To me, शिक्षक is an acronym which comes from 3 Hindi letters. शिखर तक ले जाने वाला, the person who has the capacity, a ordinary looking person who has the capacity to transform an ordinary person to an extraordinary person. Do I have that charm in me? Do I have that aura in me? Do I read so much that I have the capacity to transform whomsoever I am teaching? शिखर तक ले जाने वाला. फैज ने लिखा, तुम ही क्या तुम्हारे जैसे और कई. अरोड़ा साहब, तुम ही क्या तुम्हारे जैसे और कई, जिसको हमने तराशा खुदा करके रख दिया. जिसको हमने तराशा खुदा करके रख दिया. And they are the world of teachers. They are the one who contribute for the GDP of a country. And how they are contributing to the intellectual repository, social repository, and emotional repository. That is the question we need to ask. The second letter of the Hindi is छ. शिक्षक का छ जो है वो है क्षमा की भावना रखने वाला. अगर कोई व्यक्ति गुस्सा करता है, नाराज होता है, क्रोधित होता है, आवाज तेज करके बात करता है, गुरु कुम्हार शिश कुंभ है, गड़गड़ काढ़े खोट, अंतर हाथ सराही दे, बाहर बाहे चोट. A teacher may appear difficult, using difficult vocab, but at the end of the day, teacher falls in the category of parents. We have our own biological parents who have given birth to us, and our academic parents, the world of teachers, they are carrying our responsibility of taking this mind to the market. And this journey of mind from a home to market is entirely in the hands of a teacher. And that teacher is the biggest role model for their students. और अगर उसके अंदर क्षमा भाव नहीं है, I am a big ardent follower of Lord of Shri in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 12, there are 8 shlokas, 8 verses in which Lord defined who is my child, or in other parlance we can say God's own child. And 13th and 14th verse says, Adheshta sarva bhutanam maitrah karuna evcha nirmam nirahankara samdukha chami santushta satatam yogi yatatma drin nishchaya mai arpit manobuddhi ya mad bhakta sa me priya. जो व्यक्ति द्वेष भाव से रहित, डिफाइंड ए टीचर, वो व्यक्ति जो द्वेष भाव से रहित, स्वार्थ से रहित, सबका प्रेमी और दयालु है, ममता से रहित, अहंकार से रहित, सुख और दुख की प्राप्ति में सम और क्षमावान है, अर्थात अपराध करने वालों को भी अभय देने वाला है, जो निरंतर संतुष्ट है. When I say निरंतर संतुष्ट, teacher don't teach for the income, they teach for the outcome. They don't teach for income. You can't ever compensate a teacher. and there are certain set of people who believe that you get salary because I pay my sons or daughters fee to your university. They are living in fool's world. Lord of Shri said in chapter 4 that श्रद्धावान लभ्यते ज्ञानम. अगर उस ज्ञान में, उस शिक्षक में आपकी श्रद्धा नहीं तो आपके बच्चे को और वो शिक्षा कभी फलेगी ही नहीं. सो जो योगी निरंतर संतुष्ट है, मन इंद्रियों सहित शरीर को वश में किए है, मुझ में दृढ़ निश्चय वाला है, वो भक्त मुझको प्रिय है. एंड दैट इज हाउ एप्टली डिफाइंड ए टीचर. क मैंने पहले कह दिया, कमजोरी दूर करने वाला. अंदर हाथ सराही दे, बाहर बाहे चोट. A teacher, a true teacher will never hurt you ever intrinsically. Will always ensure your self-respect publicly and because of your teacher wherever we are in our lives. So, friends, I think I have spoken out my heart to you. I am a teacher myself and I respect each and every teacher. And remember, in this journey as a teacher, on Sunday, Arora Sahab has talked about my paradigm shift lecture to all the scholars of the university, where I have said that all of us as a teacher, as a professor, we are always playing three important roles, which are the role of a tutor, role of a coach, and role of a mentor. As a faculty, we need to decide which role we have to play at what extent. I am sure that these 5 days would have given you enough enrichment to take you to the next level as a teacher, as a person, and as a professional. Because I personally feel that, teachers are the most important custodian of the culture of the nature. I have just heard from Professor Manoj Nayak that he talked about that during the program you discussed Edward de Bono's 6 hats. You also talked about the organization culture. And when we say culture, being a student of management, Rajat Sahab, I also come from the School of Management. So as a student of organization culture, I must say there are 3 important facets of a culture. 1, the visible artifacts. Second, the attitude. And third, the intrinsic values a teacher carries, a university carries, which is always invisible and non-decipherable in nature. You can't make it out. So, as a teacher, हमारी 3 बड़ी जिम्मेदारियां हैं. पहली बात, पहला प्रकृति का नियम है कि यदि आप खेत में घास फूस, अगर खेत को आप जो है अच्छा बीज नहीं डालोगे तो उसमें घास फूस निकल आएगी. सिमिलरली एज ए टीचर, इफ वी आर नॉट गिविंग गुड इनफ मटीरियल टू द हेड्स ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट्स, we are ensuring that they are following in the trap of doing mischievous things. We are the custodian. Law of nature. अगर आपने उस जमीन में कुछ नहीं डाला, बीज नहीं डाला, तो क्या होगा आप जानते हो. सेकेंड इज, जिसके पास जो होता है वही बांटता है. As a teacher, when you go to your class, you can't say that today I am upset because my HOD or my dean or my registrar or my VC has shouted at me. No way, sir. When you reach to the class, always remember what you are designed to deliver in the class. और जो सुखी है वो सुख बांटेगा, जो दुखी है वो दुख बांटेगा, जो ज्ञानी है वो ज्ञान बांटेगा, और जो भ्रमित है वो भ्रम बांटेगा, जो भयभीत है वो भय बांटेगा, क्योंकि देंगे वही जो पाएंगे इस जिंदगी से हम. और प्रकृति का तीसरा नियम है, जो भी मिले उसे पचाना सीखो. You must have the art of digestion. When you reach out to the class, you are the supreme commander. When you enter, you are given the power of Par Brahm. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. When I enter in the class, do I also enter with the feeling of Param? If answer is yes, You are on dot. I take this opportunity to thank each one of you for coming to the portals of Manav Rachna, and I am sure whenever time permits, Manav Rachna is a family of our visionary founder Dr. O.P. Bhalla. It's a family. Whenever you are coming to this part of the country, Faridabad or NCR, you are most welcome to have a cup of tea with our team. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Professor Dr. Geeta Nijavan is working in the capacity of Associate Dean, FET. Being a resourceful academician, Professor Dr. Geeta Nijavan is an efficient academic administrator also. Heartiest welcome to you, ma'am. Over to Professor Dr. Geeta Nijavan, ma'am, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Arun sir. A very good afternoon to Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Dr. Sanjay Shrivastava, PVC and Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Registrar Mr. R.K. Arora, HOD Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Manoj Nayak, esteemed guest, Dr. Rajat Agrawal, participants and everyone present today. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this Atal FDP happen. I, on behalf of Mechanical Engineering Department and the entire fraternity of FET MRIIRS, first of all, extend my sincere thanks to the Almighty God. With His blessings and grace, this event was a huge success. I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our esteemed guest, Dr. Rajat Agrawal from IIT Roorkee, who spared time from his busy schedule for the session. We had an opportunity to hear his thoughts, and this will surely be going to help us in our future work. My gratitude to all the speakers who have given consent to be part of this FDP in spite of their busy schedule. We have been fortunate to have very renowned speakers from IITs, IIMs, and industries who have shared their expertise during this FDP. I immensely appreciate Dr. Rajendra Kumar, coordinator, for his efforts towards this FDP. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eyes for detail. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated staff of Mechanical Engineering Department who are well versed in their job. I'm short of words for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. My sincere gratitude to the AICT Atal team for supporting us in all possible ways. Also, we are thankful to management and senior functionaries of Manav Rachna for their rock solid support and encouragement. I take this opportunity to thank our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Sanjay Shrivastava, for being a constant beacon of inspiration. Sir, your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. I wholeheartedly thank Registrar Sir, Mr. R.K. Arora, for his support and guidance throughout this event. A special mention to PVC Sir, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillar of strength. Sir, your suggestions and guidance helped us a lot to achieve excellence. I would also like to thank the people who worked behind the scene to make this event happen. Last but not the least, special thanks to each one of the participants who have registered for this FDP. We are grateful to you for taking time for attending this FDP. We value your participation and hope it was a great learning experience for each one of you. Hope to get same support in our future endeavors also. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom.
Please carry on. I'm sorry. Please carry on.
Now I request all the participants to be ready for the test. Test link has already been shared on the WhatsApp group as well as the chat box also.
Rajat Saab, I gratefully say thank you to you and all the entire leadership team. We shall be in touch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, VG sir. Thank you,
Rajat Saab,
PV
Thank
sir.
you.
And
Thank
whenever
you.
you are
Rajat
coming
sir.
to NCR, Rajat Saab, please visit our Faculty of Management Studies. It's my request to you.
Sure. We'll love to do that.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay, thank you, VC sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Pradeep Saab,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Dr. Saab.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajat Saab. Thank you very much.
So we'll start the